I guess I'll say it. I'll give a little bit of drama today, but I will say very clearly that, you know, what is this one? This is not going to be good. This is a new video. We've got a new video. Okay, let's take a deep breath and get ready for this. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Let's make this bigger. Let's watch the video. Off we go.
Anish
is a paradox.
Oh wow. Okay.
A 5-time Dutch champion, the most effortlessly charismatic super grandmaster, a husband, a father. He's funny, self-aware, extremely likable. He's the guy with the punchline. He's endlessly entertaining in interviews, but he's also once the cameras go off, something shifts.
Wow.
He's constantly taking shots at other players, their teams, the tournaments they play in, and of course, the chess mafia. And the whole vibe of, oh, this is just my dry sense of humor, doesn't quite hold up. Today, I want to explore a very simple question. What the f is up with Anish Giri behind the scenes?
Anish, I feel like you're more hyper and talk more than me. I've never met someone like that. How is that possible?
No, but I'm so excited, man. I'm live with Hikaru on the same stream. I just cannot, you know. You know, Hikaru, I've beaten you in some games. I've beaten Magnus Carlsen, but I've never been this excited in my life before. This is just epic.
So, guys,
millions of arrows, but it's all about the fight for the c5 square.
Yeah, Peter, this is how it's done, because you know, the people, they're big fans of Hikaru streaming, and Hikaru is incredible at playing Blitz, and especially Bullet, and also other tank controls, but especially the fast tank controls, and Hikaru, he also does this thing where he draws arrows, mindlessly, and people really like it because they think, you know, it's amazing, but his arrows, half of them don't make sense. Now, in case of your arrows, they really make sense, and that's really nice to see, you know, that this is how the arrows should be drawn. Like, you have a maze of arrows, but you really managed to show the entire statistical battle that's ongoing here with all these arrows. But Hikaru is kind of he has a peculiar sense of humor. There is definitely something there in that he's not completely oblivious to humor, but it's very specific. It's very specific. I'm not sure it's very versatile.
I mean, honestly, I know it's hard to just keep like an open mind or not be biased. Because of course, obviously, I mean, I've seen some of this stuff before, and this really just like, you know, sort of reminds me of these things. In my view, like, all these comments, they're basically backhanded. They're sort of like, it's like the backhanded compliment in a sense to like try and say something in a certain way where it's not obvious what you're trying to say. And like, it's very clear that when Anish is saying this, what he's saying is he's basically saying that what I'm doing has no impact. It's not informative. Like, why does anybody care about it at all? Which is, it's kind of sad to see in a way. It really is sad. You never spoken like this about him. Wonder why he does this to you? I mean, we all know the answer to that. And it's a problem that plagues chess across the board. It plagues chess across the board. This isn't even solely relative to me. It also plagues people like Levy, for example. Yeah, and the reality is that if you look at the world of chess and you spend your whole life playing chess, what you base your value on is based on rating. Like everything in the world of chess, the hierarchy, everything is based on how good you are at the game of chess. So when people start having success that goes beyond solely the board and your actual performances in tournaments, and you start being much more successful, there is a very high level of jealousy that exists. And it's unfortunate for sure, but it does apply, and it applies as it relates to me, but it also applies a lot as it relates to Levy. There are plenty of players behind the scenes who absolutely just like that. I mean, maybe at some point you have to accept it because Levy's been successful for quite a few years now. It's not a huge shock anymore to a lot of people, and so you kind of learn how to cope or deal with it. But a lot of people basically they can't handle it, and there's this huge level of jealousy surrounding it, and so it's unfortunate, but that's just a reality. It kind of makes me sad, especially because based on what I just told you guys about how you look at yourself based on your rating in the world of chess. And then, you know, I understand people not liking someone who's much weaker than them being successful. But then when you actually have someone being successful who's basically on par with where all these top guys are at, or even better than some of them, it really saddens me. Because you would think that I've always felt, well, rating is all that matters. You know, people are going to base off rating. But then even when you have someone who is a really, really good chess player and not someone who's like master level or international master being successful, you would think it'd be different. But it just ends up being that, you know, there's just jealousy no matter what. And that's it, it's sad, but that's the unfortunate and really, really harsh truth about the whole thing. Okay, on we go.
He sort of gets the humor with his head. Like, he understands what's funny. It's just not funny. That's what it is. Everybody thought, okay, we are jealous of Hikaru. He's the most handsome, he's the richest. He beats everyone in Blitz. But at least, he's not good at classical. You know? At least he's not good at classical. You know? But no. So you have to really...
I'm going to be honest. I've never seen this clip. I've never seen this. I've never seen this. I'm actually shocked.
Fully jealous. Some people get it.
And make of this what you will. He even made time to send Hikaru some love on Valentine's Day.
I think that every single player who signed this letter, they are not going to bring any more viewership or any more interest to, maybe Alireza might, to be fair, but they're not going to bring any massive change in viewership. If somehow all these players are playing in the EWC and not St. Louis, I don't think it's going to change anything there either.
Which is,
and this is also another important point that I'd like to make, which is when people look at the context of what I'm saying, people don't understand that I'm not talking about 100 more viewers or 500 more viewers or 1,000 viewers. When I look at the world of chess and I talk about viewership, I'm thinking about how can there be a massive jump in viewership. I'm saying tens of thousands or maybe even like 100,000 more viewers who will watch, that you can get a very big sponsor in the world of chess. Say a company like, I don't know, Microsoft or an Amazon, you know, these sorts of companies that operate at a completely different level. So when I do talk about this, like, I'm looking at the much bigger picture of how can you make chess really, really big. It's not a matter of like, you know, you can say like, let's just say Prague plays in EWC. He brings some amount of viewership. Like, I'm talking about consistent, sustained viewership to where you can get like an Amazon or Microsoft or Google or what else is there, or Nvidia, or like whatever top company there is. Like, I'm looking at the big picture of everything. I'm not looking at like small changes on a given day and everything like that.
just factual. And once Hikaru took the bait and responded, Anish was immediately the perfect victim. Now, one might wonder...
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is the other thing. I said it like, as soon as I wrote that second reply, I was saying to myself, well, why did I even respond to this? Because then Anish went off and it's just like, why? What even is the point? ChessBase India had 100 to 200K viewers during the last World Championship match. Yes, actually, the World Championship match and the Candidates Term are the two events that will always garner very, very big viewership for chess. Those are the two events. I mean, those are the two events. Doesn't matter who plays, as long as someone doesn't like win like 7 games in a row at the start, a la Topalov years ago. You're not going to have a situation where the viewership isn't there. The viewership will tune in. If Magnet's playing, they'll watch the World Championship. If you have a game with a bunch of mistakes, a lot of back and forth win-loss, like Nepo and Ding, there will be a huge amount of people watching. I saw this video. I did not see this video before because this video is only 20 hours old. This video is only 20 hours old. This guy made another video that I reacted to 2 days ago, but not this one.
Why does a super GM behave this way?
What?
I have 2 theories. One is free advertising for his brand that he's been plugging for months. Which is obvious, just another 2800 ELO marketing move. Like a wise man once said.
Anish Giri.
Someone in chat makes a point. SEC finals had big viewership as well. SEC did do quite well. I don't know what the total viewership was. I think there might have been a peak around 200K on the final day, if I'm not mistaken. What I would say is the SEC is objectively too short of a format to get major sponsors, generally speaking. You're talking 2 days, and the viewership does fluctuate. So it's hard to lock in, like, again, like I said, like these, you know, these $trillion companies that have massive ad budgets. I don't know the actual number because I didn't look at the YouTube numbers because I very rarely watch on YouTube. But I would say that if you could have those numbers over the course of like 7 days, over the course of a full week, I think you could potentially get like big sponsors to have interest. But also with chess.com, it's 1 2-day event that gets that viewership, and that's kind of it. And yeah, when you compare it to all the different avenues out there that sponsors can put money towards, especially the big companies, it's not really on the same level. It just isn't.
informative. Also
Oh, wait.
constantly trying to
Wait,
search.
it's the wrong video? Wait. No, wait. Oh no. Sorry. This. For something like that, I just hit play on the wrong video. Sorry. They're using a clip from the video we reacted to earlier.
Something.
Sorry.
The second one is more 5D chess. It is kind of wild that he actually managed to get under Hikaru's skin. And maybe that's the point. They're playing each other in the candidates in a month. If he manages to get in Hikaru's head, that's to his advantage. Emotion clouds judgment. The rumor about the DMs has been circulating for months, but there aren't any concrete sources yet, and I'm not going to speculate on it.
Before the last year and a half, or
Yeah. I mean, should I say it or not? I mean, maybe I should. I mean, I guess I'll say it. I'll give a little bit of drama today, but I will say very clearly that, you know, Daniel sent me screenshots of a conversation he had. He did.
maybe 2 years, Super Grandmasters weren't particularly human. I mean, we see you guys barely.
Okay, just because you take pictures of what we do now, I mean, doesn't mean we didn't do these things before. And you know,
yeah, but we know nothing about you. So,
yeah,
you know.
of course. And you think probably Fabiano is sitting in his cave looking at chess all the time. But believe me, while I'm on Twitter, he is on Snapchat. And top players I know, they're just like regular people, except that some choose to be more public about it and some choose to be a little more discreet.
Let's be real. Discreet isn't how most people would describe Anish. And that's actually what sets him apart from a world full of quiet, nerdy grandmasters. This one's got jokes. The pre-pandemic Magnus Anish Twitter banter was absolute gold. So Anish literally has been shitposting for over a decade. For the most part, it's clever banter, but there are moments where it feels less like a joke and more like actual salt. Saying Magnus playing freestyle is like giving up chess doesn't come across as just dry humor. And obviously, this isn't even the craziest thing the TeamGMHikaru account has tweeted, because
It's like how Anish tweeted that Magnus is an alcoholic and goes to strip clubs.
He did. Anish's tweets are so funny. At first, I didn't get a sense of humor, and I was
No. That was
really
part
confused.
of that was part of when he said he was hacked. He didn't actually tweet that.
Oh, that wasn't a joke. I thought that was a joke because it was pretty funny, honestly.
Well, we hope it's a hack.
Did he expose you?
He leaked my phone number.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Did he put it on Twitter?
Yeah, he put my phone number on Twitter, yeah. Or
Yeah,
the hacker did.
The hacker just messaged my sister, and we were going to a Miley Cyrus concert with a bunch of streamers, and we get a message from TeamGMHikaru to my sister, and it says, "Hey, like B-word or something, show me that."
London system.
And we were like really confused.
I was watching it unfold, and then he tagged me, and he was like, "Get some fool," and then he leaked my number. At least that was the
Okay.
hacker.
This is obviously terrible.
Was your Twitter actually hacked?
Yes, it definitely was.
Okay, so that question also caused a huge reaction on him. So
it does, but it is the truth.
Maybe you want to elaborate on around that, or?
Did it bother you, the entire controversy with Twitter hacking? And do you think it was a conspiracy against you?
I'm not sure about it, but it bothered me a lot.
My name is Anish. I'm the #1 player in the Netherlands and a Twitter savant. I'm a top 10 player in the world, and I have once finished in the top 20 at a Title Tuesday. What will I add to chess.com? One word: distinction, subtlety, class.
even when he's joking, whenever he says the chess mafia, he reminds me of this guy, who is also very distinguished, subtle, and classy.
Do you not have friends, Anishgiri? Is it lonely at the top?
No, because I thought I had friends, but then they write that their real friends come, so they cannot stream together. So I don't have friends. But actually, it's very tough because in chess, you've got these people who are friends, and then you have to play them, and they are no longer your friends, and then they are again your friends. It's very complicated.
Do you think you will ever become world champion?
I think actually I might.
Yes.
besides trying to become like a world champion and all this stuff, like I really love preparing for the candidates, and I'm in a situation now where I'm a little too old to be excited about just playing the tournament circuit. And candidates will be the only thing for which I could gather the resources, like both mental resources, but also like generally, it's the only way for me to like work on chess in a way that I'm not working for the it's basically to get out of the mundane. You know?
I will say this video is very well done. Like this guy does not have a lot of followers yet, this check break guy, but these videos that he's doing, I think to me, in terms of like making videos using like clips and all this stuff, it's probably the best I've seen. Like I don't feel like you have a channel quite like this on YouTube that does like these sort of like these quasi in-depth videos. And actually the guy did this very quickly, like very, very impressive actually. I will say to people who ask people who ask question about like 5D chess or the other stuff. I mean, it's not 5D chess. That's a nice thought to believe, but it's not 5D chess. Like it's just not. And the other suggestion was what? What was the other suggestion? I already forgot. What was it? What was the other suggestion? It wasn't 5D. I'm blanking here in my brain. I'm blanking. I'm actually. Oh, it's promotion. Promotion was the other half. I mean, I think initially it was about promotion, and then once I actually responded, then it's like the hook to go and rage about something completely different. That's my view. It might have been light promotion, but then as soon as I responded, it's like you gotta find some other reason to say something. Just very bizarre.
You know, it's for me the only way. For me, it's really, really big that I can now prepare for the candidates, and maybe I'm like delusional that I can win it, but at least everybody is delusional, and I can really give it my best shot.
Look at him. He's writing down his move. His opponent is something like 20, 22 years old. Anish is like 12, I think. And he puts the pen, looks up, then sits on the chair. Look at that pose. Sitting down. The intensity, guys. Look at that. And then, when he makes a move, you should see that. Bang! He bangs the clock there and then flips. This entire video is
the
so
acting, you know, the acting was there.
When Anish isn't leaning into the edgy meme lord persona online, he's genuinely one of the most likable figures in chess. The trash talk is mostly performance, and he knows drama sells. So he's not just a chess genius. Either way, good luck at the candidates, Anish.
You understand?
Yeah, but I don't have such experience. The people, no, the most mean person, in my case, is Magnus to me. But I'm handling that, so for the rest, everybody's very kind to me.
Oh, you see there the lights, there, see. That's what I was talking about. You see? You see?
It's completely epic.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I think it's a pretty good video. It's kind of hard to watch parts of it because, I mean, as someone who was playing professional chess for over a decade and on the inside and having been around people quite a fair amount, it's really hard because it's like there's certain things. I spoke about this earlier in relation to like I was talking about like SaaS companies and how they've gone down 30%, and then you listen to like what CEOs are saying about all those companies. And the problem is when you're kind of on the inside and you've seen a lot of these people and you've been around them for like a decade plus, there's certain manners and certain things that it's just kind of like it's hard to understand, or not. It's hard to it's hard to really believe what's being said here by this YouTuber, because I don't really think either of those things are the case. But I mean, overall, it is what it is. He'll be angry at you for watching this video. I don't get the point. Like, it's not 5D chess. It's not about the candidates. To me, what I find more surprising about the whole thing is that Anish spending his time to go out of his way to talk about these things feels more like he doesn't actually believe in himself and the candidates that he's doing this so regularly. Because I would honestly expect someone like Anish to basically be cutting off Twitter, not doing any of this stuff, and focusing solely on preparing for the candidates. And anybody who thinks it's going to be like fights or there's some like massive drama. I mean, there's no drama. There really is no drama. I'm just confused by the whole thing, and it's like, yeah, we'll play. That's that, but it's not a situation where it's like I hate him or anything. I don't understand what he's doing. It just makes no sense at all. So overall, decent video to cover. That I think is going to do it for today's stream.